What's up, guys? John back with Cigars and Scripture. What do we got today, you ask? I'm glad you asked. Good question. Well, I got me somehow a Ligero F8 Typhoon Big Jack by Neya Duran Cigars. So this is a new one. This is a boutique cigar. This is going to be different. This is a 7x70, okay? Look at that. That's pretty big. With that being said, 2.5 hours here of pleasure, hopefully, okay? So, without further ado, let us get started with this big stogie. Of course, I'm using my reliable Calibre Green Corsair cutter, and should be able to cut it just fine with the straight cut. Just enough to expose the cap, not enough to unravel it, else our smoke is ruined, because now we have to keep playing with that wrapper. It's just gonna get unraveled in our mouth, and we don't want that. We don't want that. Today was an interesting day for me. I just got done landscaping. I had to trim and mow the lawn, so a little worn out, a little tired, but hey, I'm here now, and I'm so excited to get into this one. I received a comment asking for me to do a review on the Neya, so I'm really excited to be doing this one. Y'all know me, I like full-bodied cigars, so when a suggestion comes my way, it means you thought about me, so I appreciate you. Thank you for your service, and I pray that this is a good cigar. I'm sure it will be. You know the saying goes, if a lot of people like it, it's almost impossible for a large amount of people to be wrong, so this is going to be great. I'm using my quad jet lighter because you need a quad or at least a triple for this big one. Got the windows open. This sucker's going to probably put out a lot of smoke. Woo! It's a big boy. Okay. Big puff of pepper right off the spot. It's very good. So this is a Nicaraguan filler and binder. As far as that, the nice gorgeous wrapper that we see, that nice, it looks like Colorado colored wrapper. So it's a nice brown. It's nice luscious Colorado brown. Presentation, 10 out of 10. Blows almost any other 7x70 out of the water as far as presentation goes. Usually with 7x70s, that wrapper is dry, and the second you light it, the second you cut it, chaos erupts. Not with this, though. If you've ever played Skylanders, you know what I mean about chaos, okay? Chaos with a K, okay? But for real, though, this is not some sort of home wreck just waiting for it to be lit and cut and for it to go straight into your mouth and then unravel. This is really nice here. Low maintenance off the spot. Gorgeous pepper, black, white, you name it. And a tip for bigger cigars, some of you big ring gaugers out there may know this. if you tend to keep cigars like that, you're probably going to cramp up your jaw a little bit. So I'd recommend just mouthing it a little bit more like that, if you know what I mean, okay? Yeah, I think I tried a 7x70 by Rocky Patel. It was the Edge. It was a Corojo wrapper. I wasn't impressed, but at the same time, though, that was one of my first cigars I've smoked. No, scratch that. It wasn't one of my first cigars I smoked. It was when I was first starting to get into smoking cigars. I didn't really know how to store them properly, how to humidify them, so I got the box, and I didn't humidify them. When I cut the cap, I imagine that I cut more than half the cap off. So then the second I lit that big sucker, it unraveled like I was talking about earlier. It was a bad time. I think if I were to go back to... I think if I was to buy another Rocky Patel Edge Corojo 7x70, I would know what I was doing. I'd cut it just enough so that it didn't cut off that cap. It wouldn't unravel on me. And as long as I knew the difference between a humidified and a dry cigar, I think I would have been good. I think that can be chummed up to user air. That being said, if you got 2 to 3 hours of your time just chilling at home, playing Skylanders, playing your comfort game like Skyrim, or what's another good one that you kids like to play these days? I say kids, I play games too. Me and my wife are playing Elden Ring right now. Maybe not a very stress-free game like that, but something that brings just that sigh of relief. Big ring cigars would go very nicely with that. And I like that label. Usually with labels, you do not see a dark azul indigo color to it. That's not indigo. That's deep, dark blue sky, I'd say. Looks very nice. It's a gorgeous set of labels on there. Nice gold accents to it too. There's a pretty little lady there on the front, probably Queen Victoria. It looks like Queen Victoria. I don't know. Let me know in the comments who you think that portrait of this young lady is. It's right there. Gorgeous. A little bit of an uneven burn line. That's because I'm talking. There's 2 windows open. There's a fan going at full speed. Maybe it's chummed up to that. Maybe it's chummed up to user air. Puffing a little too much. Puffing not enough. Sometimes, like with Ligero cigars like this, where there's a high dose of that stuff, the burn line gets uneven. Why do you ask? Because the middle burns at a different rate than the outside surrounding leaf does. And sometimes that wrapper can lag a little behind. There's a lovely cedar note just on the end of that peppery mixture of black and white. I think it's black and white pepper. I don't think it's like a red cayenne or habanero pepper I'm picking up. With that, the way that you can differentiate the two is black pepper will have like that more earthy pepper that you put on like that steak. White pepper could be a little bit more refined, like a fermented, refined, baking spice cinnamon almost, if you know what I mean. And then red pepper can be a little more on the spicier end. That cedar though, that's a really good cedar note that I'm getting. Thank you for recommending this to me, Kyle. This is a really good cigar. I love that cedar note. I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments if you like the profiles that you get from that first puff, that first third. I'm really excited to see how this story of a cigar unfolds as we reach that second third. So, with that being said, I'm going to toast this up, just fix a little bit of that wrapper. And that's why we have the quad, because it helps with those touch-ups. It helps with lighting it properly. Keep enjoying your cigars, brothers and sisters, okay? And I'll update you on the second third. We're at the second third. And I like that cedar still. Pepper has now taken a back seat, and cedar has taken over the captain's chair. And it's really good. There's a slight slight butteriness to it. There's cedar, and I think what goes hand in hand with that cedar now is a slight, like a creaminess. It's really nice. It's not the same as like a Connecticut shade creaminess. This is a nice refined cream and cedar. Nice combo to it too. Very interesting. I don't believe I'm getting any sort of dried fruit from this. This is full bodied from the first third into the second third. Still getting that full bodied, that complex cedar creaminess. Black and red pepper have taken a back seat. That was quite prominent in the first third. Now in the second third, it's prominent with those flavors that I just mentioned. I feel like this would go very well with the coffee. There's hints of coffee. Hints of coffee to this. That's on the back burner though. I'm puffing a little quick. I gotta be careful. That's really good. I'm still amazed by it. It had very excellent presentation. The only time when a crack did appear at the cap was because I bit down on this a little too hard. That's my bad. The cut was perfect. The presentation's magnificent. It hasn't unraveled. Those labels are pretty nice, pretty niche. Saves a little bit of room for your fingers to grip onto that sucker. I like it. Fits very nice in the hand too. I have never tried any Duran cigars. I'm hearing it's a really great up-and-coming boutique blend by Duran. Roberto Duran in Nicaragua, Esteli, I believe. A lot of good factors in Esteli, but this one in particular is from where the Neya comes from. I'm drinking something new. I'm drinking a mocktail passion fruit punch. Non-alcoholic, so it's a mocktail. It's pretty good. I like it. It brings out those sweet notes of that cedar, that creaminess. I like that. I would recommend the fuller bodied cigar that you go, you may want something sweet to go hand in hand with that. Something fruity is good. Alcohol is good too. It's great. Something like an añejo, mezcal. I feel like a scotch would go very good with this too. I'm also told that rum would go pretty smoothly with this. I'm not a rum guy. I should delve into the rum though. Now there's a bit of earthiness. A lot of earthiness, it's good. It's not a smoldering smoke flavor. I'm getting a nice clear, earthy flavor. This is a grand cigar so far. This profile and the way it has unfolded, it's subtle and yet quite clear when it occurs. It's great. Flavor Bomb doesn't describe this enough. This is a piece of work. I'm gonna keep smoking this down to that last third, and I can't wait. I'm excited to see how this profile comes to its full conclusion. So don't leave this video without liking, following, or subscribing so that you can get more content like this, or that you can comment and tell me what you folks would like, what you do like me doing, and what you would like to see in the future. So you know what you're seeing, always Cigars and Scripture. I'll get back to you on the last third. Guess where we're at? The sweet spot, the last third. I'm loving what I'm tasting. I'm liking what I'm seeing. This is a really good one. 10 out of 10 rating overall. Construction, we've got that with that gorgeous Ecuadorian Habano wrapper. And then we look at the profile. What do we have in that sweet spot? So that in that sweet spot, we have espresso, coffee, hand in hand, almost neck and neck with that consistent and constant cedar note. No more black pepper, but on the aftertaste we got refined pepper kiss on the other end of that. This is really good. Very interesting flavor profile. A lot of cigars, they taste like cedar, they taste like coffee naturally. I mean, we got that gorgeous natural sweetness in almost every single cigar. However, this is refined. This is well worth buy. Not a lot of cigars have this particular refined flavor to it. It has that nice feel, nice construction for a big ring gauge. You can definitely tell that the torcedores at Duran Cigars are experienced and are well versed in their craft. So go support them and buy yourself some cigars from Duran Cigars or any of their other brands. But in particular for today, the Neya F8 is a wonderful cigar to have in your humidor and to stock up on, okay? Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to be on the lookout for more cigars and more reviews and more scripture from yours truly, John at Cigars and Scripture. Thank you so much. Go ahead and do it.